It's Monday, March 8th, 2021. Before we start the video today, I want to remind everybody, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit that bell notification down below so that you are alerted when the newest videos drop. Let's get right into what's going on today. Dow Jones closes up a little over 300 points. S&P down, NASDAQ down 310 points. 10-year bond yield as I make this video right now is sitting at about 1.6%. Now, I don't know about you, but this $1.9 trillion that is going to be injected into these markets, into this economy, I thought that this would be doing a lot more on Wall Street today. Dow Jones was up, I think, around 600 points, pulled back, closing up only 300. They're still not getting this bond yield under control. Again, the 10-year bond yield sitting at 1.6%. They are not getting this yield curve under control. And if they do not get this under control, we are going to see some very, very big trouble here. This is another reason we're seeing the dollar gaining strength. And as the dollar gains strength, ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't mean that we have a strong dollar. You and I know that the dollar is not buying much. We just have a stronger currency than most others. But as I say, using the analogy, it is the least sickest kid in the hospital. It is still sick, it is still dying, and the US dollar will die just like so many other fiat currencies are going to do. So don't get confused thinking that the dollar is strong. It's just a little healthier, a little stronger than all the other sick currencies, but it is still a very, very sick currency. So $1.9 trillion. And this is what we get today. Bond yield at 1.6%. Dow Jones at setting a record up 300 points, but NASDAQ down 310 points. Is this all we're going to get? Is just a short-lived sugar fix here? What I see is that these markets need more money. They're going to need more stimulus. And I think most of you would agree that we have been pumping injecting trillions of dollars into these markets, and it is now taking more money, and we're getting a lesser effect. The patient is not responding like it once did. We are getting a lesser and lesser effect with these massive injections, so we will be forced to inject even more. We're going to see more injections, more stimulus, more quantitative easing, and more debt creation in order to keep the patient alive, to hold off and put off the inevitable. But the inevitable is coming. Reality is coming, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to double down. We are going to print. We are going to try and kick this can down the road as far as we can. But I'm going to tell you, it is costing a lot of money, and it is going to cost us massive repercussions in the future. Your kids, your grandkids are going to pay for this. Your purchasing power is paying for this right now, and you have not seen anything yet. Prices are about to surge. Oil is going to go ballistic. It is going to get so expensive to put gas in your car. It's going to get more expensive to go shopping at the grocery store. Everything is about to get much more expensive, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not because it just happens that way. It's happening because of stimulus packages of $1.9 trillion, $900 billion, putting people on unemployment for a year, giving them $300, $400, $600 benefits. This is the price we're going to pay. There is no such thing as a free lunch, ladies and gentlemen, like so many people would have you believe. So get ready to see massive surges every time you put gas in your car, every time you're going to the grocery store, paying that rent, paying your health care, paying for literally anything now. It is going to get much more expensive. But as things get more expensive, as your dollar doesn't stretch like it once did, as you watch the television, as you listen to the politicians, as you listen to people in fancy suits on CNBC and Fox Business, etc., they're going to tell you, also our Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, all of them are going to tell you Don't worry about inflation. We have it under control. Don't worry about rising bond yields. We have it under control. Don't worry about soaring unemployment. Don't worry about the massive debt now exceeding $28 trillion. Don't worry about those massive deficits, and don't worry about the money printing. It's for your own good. You may not worry about it, but you're all going to see the consequences every time you go to the gas station, every time you go to the store. Somebody sent me a video yesterday, and it was talking about one of the most important, one of the most valuable assets on planet Earth is your time. And I thought that made a lot of sense. We don't talk about that much, but one of the most important assets, one of the most valuable assets that you and I have is time. Most people waste it. We need to be making sure that we are making use of our valuable time, because when I see this melt-up taking place, when I see this massive stimulus and more coming, when I see how we're being lied to by the television, by our politicians, they're telling us not to worry about anything. Don't worry, nothing bad's going to happen. We're going to protect you. We need to be using our time wisely. Not like the 17.1 million people who tuned into Oprah Winfrey the other night to watch Prince Harry and his wife Meghan tell us how bad their life is and how hard it is to live as multi-millionaires. So we had a billionaire talking to two multi-millionaires telling us how bad their life is. This is another prime example of how and why America is going down the toilet bowl while nobody cares, when we have over 17 million Americans who are living either paycheck to paycheck or on unemployment, wiping out their savings, wiping out their retirement, have literally no net worth or negative net worth, pensions being robbed, their social security being robbed, their futures being robbed, but they prioritize their time by wasting it, by watching interviews with people like this, people who could care less about you, care less about this country. Do you think I really care about a billionaire or a multi-millionaire's problems? We have our own problems. We need to be prioritizing our time and preparing for what is coming. You do not have to be a nuclear physicist, Einstein. You don't need a business degree from Harvard or Berkeley to figure out where this is all going and how bad this is going to end for so many people. People have completely turned a blind eye. And you would think when people are living paycheck to paycheck, as they were a couple years ago, now living on a paycheck sent to them by the government, now dependent on the government for their food, for their money, you would think that people would discard garbage like this. But yet, this is where we're at today. And maybe this is why we're where we're at today. Because, again, people with the reality TV, people with their sports, people wanting to be social media stars, yet they could care less about what's happening to their country, what's happening to this economy, which is going to affect them, affect their kids, affect their grandkids. And they just stick their heads in the sand and just absorb garbage. Prioritize your time. Use your time wisely, ladies and gentlemen, because we are all running out of time. The time is near. Something big is coming. This economy is not going to continue to stand on its own 2 feet much longer. It is getting so much help from the federal government. And if it wasn't getting this help, we would have already collapsed. The time is getting very, very near where the Fed is no longer going to be able to keep all this propped up. The dollar is going to continue to lose purchasing power. We're at 0% interest rates. Figure it out. They are running out of tools here to keep this whole thing going. This is 100% unsustainable. The debts and deficits are unsustainable. This trickery on Wall Street, this illusion of money being printed out of thin air, it's all on borrowed time. And if you do not wake up right now, if you're too much concerned about what multimillionaires and billionaires are doing, other than what's happening to your country and what's happening to your own personal economy, you're going to be in very, very big trouble. This video right now today I'm making is to wake you up. Use your time wisely. Time is not your friend, and we have a very limited amount of time. This is a couple that benefited from the British taxpayers. The British taxpayers paid $32 million for these two individuals to get married. Harry inherited $40 million in total from his family, receiving a multi-million-dollar inheritance from his great-grandmother, the Queen Mother. The Duchess, Meghan, earned $50,000 per episode of the American legal drama called Suits. So, do you think these people really care about you? Why should we care about them? We need to be caring about ourselves. Right now, we need to be worrying about ourselves, our families, and what's coming, not about people like this. We got a billionaire interviewing two multi-millionaires. We got somebody in the 0.00001% class interviewing two people in the 0.001% class. It just blows me away that people actually waste their time on garbage like this. In the wake of stepping back from the official duties as working royal roles, the couple has cashed in on the royal family brand. They signed a deal with Netflix for an estimated $140 million. They later signed a deal with Spotify for $25 million. They just purchased a home in Monticello for $14.6 million. And they depend on people with very, very low IQs to watch their shows and to listen to what they say. Do you really care what these people have to say? What do they really know about what's happening in America? They depend on mental midgets to tune in. That's what they're depending on, to tune in on their podcast, to tune in on their Netflix shows and their reality TV and whatever they're doing. They depend on these low IQ people. And I'm not here, to criticize or judge anybody, but really, you've got to really care what these people are doing. You've got to have a very, very low IQ. So as Americans watch these narcissistic people, they're doing it while our country is going down the toilet bowl, while we have so much uncertainty, while the same narcissistic people who want to be superstars in social media, who just want everything today. These are the same people who are going to watch these two people on Netflix and on Spotify. We have so many narcissistic people, so much entitlement here in America. People want it now. They want it today. They want their satisfaction. Nobody wants to work hard for anything. They want it today, right now. And they love watching people like Harry and Meghan and Oprah. But Meghan and Harry, they depend on these narcissistic mental midgets to keep them employed. This is how they make hundreds of millions of dollars. I didn't watch the interview, but just reading through and noting some of this, they complained, Harry and Meghan complained how now they have to pay for their own security detail. Unbelievable, isn't it? Harry appearing distraught in this interview because he was only left with the millions inherited from his mother. Unbelievable that people would even give these people the time of day. This is why I've said in the past that we must spend our time wisely. Time is one of our most valuable assets on planet Earth, and time is running out. Many of you watching this may not have even begun to prepare for what's coming, and I really hope that you watch this video. I hope you watch past videos, and I hope that you wake up and you prepare right now. Time is running out. Time is not your friend, ladies and gentlemen. To the 98% of people watching this video, most of you have been preparing for years, and you've used time as an asset. You've used time and put it and use that time as to put things to your advantage. Today, as we are much, much closer to this crash, you're not going to have a lot of time. So while you wait for your $1,400, while your pensions get robbed, while your dollar is being destroyed, as your standard of living continues to decrease, and as this country goes down the toilet bowl, this is who we should feel sorry for: Meghan and Harry. I can see why the future of this country, ladies and gentlemen, is doomed, because people take their valuable time and they use it to watch people like Meghan and Harry. And look, I don't have anything against them. I wish them the best. God bless them. I really do wish them the best. But I could care less what they have to say. What I care right now is about the people of America, the working class, the middle class, the poor. I care about all of you. I care about myself, my family, my friends, my network, my circle of friends. And we've got to stop caring about everybody else's problems because somebody's got to pay for their security detail. They only got, $40 million of inheritance. They're going to have to live off their $140 million Netflix deal and their $25 million Spotify deal. And life is just horrible. Wow, millions of Americans go jobless, homeless, and we have a massive food shortage taking place here in America. Now, if these people were actually going out into food lines, passing out millions of dollars of food to people in the inner cities, I would have maybe some respect for them. If they were actually really talking about things that really mattered and people and helping people and maybe helping this country, I might have some respect for them. But I could really give, what, about these people and their problems of making hundreds of millions of dollars while the people right here in America are being robbed financially. I'm going to leave it there today, ladies and gentlemen. Time is a valuable asset, and I really hope and pray that you're using your time wisely, because we are running out of time. This collapse, this new world that we're going to see here in America, this new standard of living, this new reset, this new uncertainty that we are going to witness and live through here in America, you are going to get one chance to prepare for this thing. This new wealth transfer is going to wipe out millions of people. It is going to rob millions of people right here in America. And if you are not protecting yourself from this reset that is not going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form, this wealth transfer that is not going to benefit you, if you are not on the right side of this, you're going to be one of the losers. The masses, the people that watch these type of interviews, that are addicted to sports, reality TV, and so on, the masses, while they're wasting their time, one of the most valuable assets, why they waste their time. When this thing finally happens, and it will, they are going to not believe what has just happened to them. And there is going to be no getting out of it, because you either hold it or you don't. You've either prepared or you don't. You're going to wake up one day and the masses will be wiped out. They will be holding nothing. They will have nothing other than what's on a piece of paper. And those digits, those zeros, will all be gone. The masses are going to lose because they did not use their time wisely. Use your time wisely. Time is running out. God bless.